This is gonna sound very messy because this is my second recording and my second video that's talking about someone kind of problematic. But hello, my name is Teg, and today something has really made me mad, and I think it's pretty problematic. Even if it's like fiction, I still think it's like pretty messed up. So like, long story short, there's these people back in 2019, 2020 that I know, and they've been, kind of problematic. And by problematic, I only mean one person and her friends, but her friends also have, their flaws, have evidence of all that stuff they did. But I'm not talking about them, just one person right now. Also, this video isn't meant to send hate or harassment or anything, just to throw out my thoughts, because I don't think this is okay. Even if it's just a story, even if it's fiction, even if it's that, it's just really icky in my opinion. So we all know KPopDemonHunters, like everybody knows that movie and how it basically popped off on Netflix. It's super good. I love you, Mira. You're such a diva. And of course, that movie got super popular. So popular that these friends that I mentioned also watched the movie. And me and my friends, we knew where this was going. And what I mean by that is that they have a tendency to like see an original idea and like make a story about it, but like they take that original idea and replace the characters with themselves or their own OCs. Like, they don't change anything, the plot. They take that idea and just, replace the characters. They either do their OCs, their themselves, or just like characters from other franchises that generally don't make sense when you put them together. I know it's all for fun, and I have no problem with that. My problem is when they plagiarize and just take the plot instead of making like their own thing. We have the plot and the same characters, but they're just replaced with different characters. And why I think that's problematic is mostly because of the race of the characters. Like KPopDemonHunters, that's literally a movie made for Koreans. It's like Korean inspired, has Korean like languages. It's literally like just literally a Korean movie. Like, the people behind the movie are Korean, the voice actors, the singers, the culture that they're representing, all Korean. And this is coming from someone who is not Korean, but I understand what they're doing. Like, I really like it. I just like seeing cultures explored. Like, we have movies like Rio, Encanto, Coco, Ratatouille with France, and all those movies. And I like representation. I really like it, and I hate seeing it just erased or removed. So when I saw this, I was worried, because me and my friends, we already know what's happening here. And when I read the description, it was quite literally the same plot, and I was literally praying for these guys to not just take the plot and plagiarize the script, and I just wanted them to do their own thing. That's all, because this is an amazing movie. And me and my friends found it really insensitive for the main characters to be replaced with OCs and characters that are not Korean. Like, these three characters are not Korean. And to just take the plot and treat the characters like they are Korean. Like, you didn't even change the name, KPopDemonHunters. Like, come on. Like, for example, Karai from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series 2012 version. She's mixed. She's not Korean. Raven, the most problematic one of the group. Like, Jesus, she has issues. But like, even her persona OC, I don't know, she calls it an OC, but it's just, she literally says like, this is her in like every story she's made. Person is apparently her, I guess, but she says it's an OC, but this is just a persona. But even her persona character doesn't even have a race. She's just a half demon, half human. That stereotypical OC you'd make when you're like a kid, but she's like in her 20s. And like, again, I'm not making fun of people who have OCs like this. I'm saying like this is a thing that she's had for like years and has never changed it. As well as she's always written her character, aka herself, to be a victim of like bullying. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. She needs therapy for it. Like, I'm not exaggerating. They always choose to be like a bullied victim in their stories, and like all her friends do this. Okay, but back on track. The next person here is Ola, also known as Raven's best friend. Oh my god, she's older than her, just to let you know. But oh my god, she just, those people that do bad things and have support regardless of what they do, that's her. She literally has Raven's back despite whatever bad thing she does. But like, even her OC persona, she's human, just species, no race, just a human. And somehow she's in the story. She's not Korean, so like, what the heck. So like, I decided to have just a civil discussion with this person, and just, told them what's up, why I think this is wrong. I told them, like, just, here's my comment. Basically explained why I think this is really just very icky, in my opinion. For the record, I still do not like these people, even after these years, but I'll still be, like, respectful with my responses to them. And I was genuinely trying to be nice here. Like, I didn't like what they were doing, and neither did my friends. So I tried my best to be like respectful and understanding, and I thought like, she would actually change the story to be more original, but yeah, I just hoped, but these guys never ever learn. Taken word for word, like it's not even changed that much, just the characters are replaced and everything is just, you watch the movie like a dozen times. I know I did like maybe 4 or 3 times, but I read this as the scenes were playing in my head. Like, I already know what's gonna happen. We watched the movie. All you did was replace the characters with your own. Just, why am I upset by this? Because it's a Korean movie. All these characters in the show are Korean, and you replaced your OCs who don't even have a race, who aren't Korean, and you're just like, what are you doing? Characters aren't Korean. Stop making them talk and act. Not even act. Just, stop taking away the Korean culture. Like, bruh, this is a movie supposed to represent that. You're just taking that away from them. Like, the word honmun, for example, that's a Korean word. Like, why are they talking? Why are they using that word here? None of them are Korean. It's just like if I took a movie like Encanto, representing Colombian culture, and replaced them with my OCs. Let's say, well, they are Japanese, but imagine I replaced them in a Colombian representing movie. They'd make no sense. And it would be insensitive and also very lazy. Imagine how she literally translate all the lyrics to be English, which, like, do you even know what K-pop is? What makes K-pop K-pop is just that it's Korean pop music. Korean people sing it. Translating all the words to English is just, like, what's the point of calling it K-pop? Like, yes, the songs are in English, but they still talk and speak in Korean in between some of the lyrics, and they make it sound really good. As someone who doesn't really listen to K-pop, I still understand what they're trying to do. And despite the movie being mostly English, the representation is still there. So you taking that away from the songs, those just tiny Korean bits, it removes what the movie is literally trying to represent. So you're literally erasing the representation that's supposed to be there. And since these characters in the story she's making aren't even Korean, translating the song to English makes zero sense for them to be K-pop idols. Like, not even their songs, they speak Korean in some occasions throughout the movie. Like, Rumi, Zoe, and Mira are all Korean girls who sing K-pop songs. And to translate all that to English makes no sense. And you're ripping away their representation as K-pop idols and including representing their culture. My main issue with all this is that I straight up told her to do her own thing and not to ruin the representation that the movie is trying to show. And still, she takes the plot, the lines, replaces the characters, and it's literally plagiarism at this point. Like, we already know what happens in the movie. It's quite literally word for word. I always find that a weird thing that they do. Like, they just rewrite what already happens within a movie or a show. Why not just write your own thing? Like, we already know. We all watched the movie. We know what happens. Why do you have to replace the characters with your own? For fun is one thing. I'm not judging that, but this is a Korean movie and you just ripped away all kinds of their representation. And representation is obviously important, especially in media. So, like, doing that is genuinely disrespectful. The characters themselves, like Karai as Mira, Raven as Rumi, and Ola as Zoe. And this hurts the characters they're supposed to represent because, you know, they're original characters. Zoe, Mira, and Rumi are all original characters with their own personal struggles. Like, I want to show some of these comments describing that, and these characters that they use to replace them just have none of that. The three girls are literally, like, we see how they interact with each other, how good of a friend group they are. Like, we pretty much know what to expect throughout the movie. And the movie even shows us their struggles, which is genuinely, like, representation and relatable. This movie isn't made to be a quirky little funny haha movie, even though it has its moments of being that. This movie obviously has a lot of love put into it. I even got to learn some things about the movie myself through some people's comments, and it's really interesting in my opinion. On a different site called Wattpad, she also did another story similar to KPopDemonHunters, but it's literally the same thing except it's replaced with boy characters. She even plagiarized the one scene of young Rumi talking to Celine about her demon patterns. Regardless of what I say, these stories are literally the same thing. One has boys and the other has girls. And this is definitely self-plagiarizing. You basically take your own words and then, you know, like, reuse them as many times as you want. And in my opinion, this is super lazy. Like, you're not a writer if you just keep doing this. Writing actually takes, like, hard work and genuine, like, actual thought put into it. You can't just cheat your way out. Like this is super lazy. Again, this isn't meant to harass or bully anyone. I just think this is very disrespectful. And I've already said what I wanted to say to her in the beginning. I did try to at least make her understand, but just seeing all that, I kind of had to make a video about it and why this genuinely makes me mad. And I still don't like them, but I'm not gonna be mean or harass them or anything. Also, these people, they aren't kids. They are literally in their 20s and are older than me, especially Raven and Ola. So no, they are not kids. Will I make another video? Unless they keep writing that story, maybe. But this is just a video just explaining why I think this is very icky and problematic in my opinion and all that, you know. Because I love representation, and to do that is just insensitive. And I understand writing for fun and all, but you don't have to rip away the representation the movie's trying to show. I'm quite You could have literally done anything, but you chose to replace the characters. Took the plot and the writing itself instead of making your own thing. I'll understand if it wasn't her intentions, but I just can't stand that. I can't stand plagiarism or unoriginality and just replacing representation like that. Like, I feel like you'd be smarter than that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and like this voice I'm putting on. I don't know how it's and me, my little art thingy. What else? Mira is my favorite and I still love this movie to death. It's so good.